What's up, gentlemen? So today's video falls under the category of don't be that guy. You know the guy. We all know the guy. That dude that's getting a little bit older, more mature, but he's trying to hold on to his youth with his kung fu action grip, and it ends up making him look like a humongous douche. Today, I'm going over some of the biggest mistakes that men make trying to look youthful and super cool, not to mention dope. Dope, as in you look like a dope if you're using words that are not age appropriate. It's not only the way that you dress that needs to be age appropriate, what you say and how you communicate also needs to look like you are not 12 years old. But if you are somebody that's trying to keep up with all the lingo, the dialogue, the LOLing that's going on, gentlemen, you look like a douche. You also look like a douche if you do the second thing, which is wear clothing that is way too young. So style is probably one of the biggest offenders when it comes to men trying to look cool, right? Because they'll wear clothing that is just not gonna work for them, right? Now, the reason why this is such a tricky thing, and it's not like just don't wear this or don't wear that, is because really it depends on the individual. There are some dudes that look amazingly badass in leather jackets. Others look super stupid. Little alpha and pro tip, if you walk into a store, right, and everybody in there is like half your age, you shouldn't be shopping there. The next thing we gotta talk about in terms of style is dudes wearing jeans that are just not right for them. Now, what is not right? If they're overly distressed, you look stupid. If they're overly tight, you look like a chick from behind. True story. One time I didn't have my glasses on, right? I was in the mall and I was like, damn, look at that ass, right? And all of a sudden I get him on, I'm like, yeah, it's a dude. He had long hair and whatever. I'm just saying that dudes that are in super skinny jeans, whether or not you're 22, 42, you look stupid. Super loud going out shirts, right? Fun shirts that have patterns, might be a little bit shiny, that when you cuff them up, they've got some other design underneath the cuff, right? This is something that makes you look a little bit cheesy. It also makes you look like a dork. And when it comes to t-shirts, guys, I would say solid is best, because if you're wearing something like a graphic t-shirt, there is a very razor thin line between cool vintage vibe and douchey older dude trying to look like 25. Yeah, you're so sexy. Selfies, gentlemen, selfies. If you're a dude over the age of 30 and you're posting selfies all the time, gentlemen, game over. You lose. You lose. The next biggest mistake that men make trying to look younger is actually buying super pricey and expensive skincare products, all right? The whole idea is that once they get to be a certain age, they start to notice some fine lines, their skin isn't as good as it used to be, and so they quick freak out, they run to their store, and they buy the most expensive stuff. And they think that just because it's expensive, right, that it's going to actually work better. When the truth is, all the stuff that you're going to find in your Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom's in terms of premium men's skincare is just overpriced, overhyped shit. Which is something that we discovered when we started actually developing Tiege Hanley, because I was like you, right? I thought, hey, if it's expensive, if it's got a real premium brand name, it's got to work better. The truth is, it's just markup. The mistake that guys make when it comes to skincare is they start too late. They start when they actually notice that there's an issue, as opposed to actually preventing it from happening in the first place. Guys, if you want to make sure that your skin not only looks incredible now, it looks incredible when you're an old dude like me at 46, start doing the basic, simple things you need to do every day in order to have amazing, glowing, handsome ass skin. Guys, every day it's pretty simple. You need to do a few basic things. You need to wash your face twice a day, morning and night, to remove the oil, the dirt, the grime that builds up. Twice a week, you need to exfoliate to remove the top dead layer of skin. And then twice a day, you need to moisturize. Morning, you need a moisturizer with an SPF of 20. Nighttime, you also need to give your skin the hydration that it needs so that it can rebuild and wake up sexy and amazingly handsome. Tiege Hanley has taken all of the guesswork out of looking amazing. Not only do we give you super premium products for an incredible price, we also show you exactly when and how to use it. We tell you what time of day to use what product, in what order, and even how much. It's about aging gracefully. Aging, it's gonna happen, but how you do it, this is 100% in your control. Below this video, I'm gonna link to Tiege Hanley. That link is special. It's my personal landing page that's gonna give you 30% off your first month. You're also gonna get a free gift of this badass dot bag, which is amazing for keeping your Tiege Hanley in. Now, if you're new to skincare, go with level 1. It's an easy way to get started. It's the most affordable, and with that 30% off discount, it's insane, right? It's gonna give you the foundational products that you need to look amazing. Now, if you're a little bit older, you might wanna go level 2, which is gonna come with an incredible anti-aging eye cream that's gonna fight dark circles, puffiness, and crow's feet. Or if you're ready to finally fight Mother Nature like a kung fu freaking ninja, then go level 3, which is the Ferrari of facial formulas. Level 3 system, that means you're not fucking around. month, like at all, right? It's not only going to come with the core 4 products, it comes with the eye cream, but it also comes with an anti-aging serum that is actually going to help even out your skin tone and fight the free radicals that are pounding your face on a daily basis. Gentlemen, now is the time. Hit that link down below if you're serious about taking care of your face. We have a limited amount of these 30% off systems. So if you're serious, do it. If you're not, don't do it. But I'm warning you, if you don't, understand that you are going to look older. And then by the time you're like, oh crap, I'm looking older, then you're going to be in the store trying to buy the expensive products that are not as good as Tiege Hanley. I'm just saying, if you don't do it now, you're going to do it eventually. Tiege Hanley, best in the business. I promise you, if you start today, you're going to look amazing tomorrow. The next mistake that guys make trying to look young, youthful, hip, and dope is actually cover up all their gray. And the way that they do that is by dyeing it way too dark. All right, so I am going gray. Now, if I was going really gray, I may change my mind on this, but just hear me out. I truly feel like the salt and pepper look is incredibly sexy if you can pull it off, which you can pull it off, but a lot of guys are worried. They're like, yo, if I start to go gray, I look old. There's nothing wrong with looking a little bit older and mature. The other truth is that women find gray hair incredibly sexy. But I do know that when you have gray hair, you do look a little bit older. And so if you want to color it, if you want to cover it, that's cool. But I would recommend making sure that you don't go like too dark. One of the things that looks like super unnatural is when a dude dyes like everything like black. Less is more when it comes to dyeing, right? You can find products out there that are going to leave a little bit of gray and not cover everything. But when you cover it all super dark, you look like a dork. Something else that makes you look like a dork is when you're driving a car that's just screaming, I want to be young, sexy, and vibrant. Guys, here's the deal. There's nothing wrong with liking like nice cars, right? That's fine. And if you're a car guy, cool. But it seems really obnoxious when you see an older dude and he's just driving some like totally like pimped out yellow or red or green or something super loud and obnoxious that sounds super aggressive. It makes you look like you're trying to compensate for something that you're lacking. Next up, we got to talk about baseball hats, all right? So if you're rocking a baseball hat backwards, it doesn't matter if you're 20 or 40 or 60, you look like a little bit of a douche, right? Now, in terms of baseball hats forward, I would say that you got to be careful, right? Because I should never wear them because these ears, are you kidding me? Baseball hats are a tricky thing, right? I think every guy needs one, and in the right situation, it doesn't matter your age. But if you are somebody that does wear them all the time, it definitely sends a message that you're a little bit youthful, and by youthful, I mean immature. Did I mess up my hair? Which is actually going to bring me to the next thing that makes you look so dumb, and that is trying to cover up the fact that you're losing your hair, all right? Whether or not you're balding, you're receding, do not ever wear a hairpiece, all right? People, even though they can't necessarily tell because they've gotten really good, you know, you can tell. Do something about it. If you don't want to be bald, you can fix it, right? You can stop it from falling out. Go to Bosley. I've talked about them a gazillion times. Get a hair transplant. The options are plentiful, but what's not an option is you looking like a douche doing a comb over or wearing a hairpiece. The next thing that makes you look like a fool is wearing too many accessories, right? Whether or not it's too many bracelets, right? Because I see it. These older dudes are rocking like 17 bracelets. They're wearing a ton of rings. They might even be wearing a bunch of necklaces or earrings. Ew, God, gentlemen, have a little restraint. Don't wear too many because you don't look cool and neither do I. And the last mistake that guys make trying to look young, fresh, and super dope is wearing running shoes or athletic shoes all over the place. Guys, there's a time, there's a place to wear them, of course, but if you're somebody that's wearing them all the time to look fresh, young, and like you're super dope, you look like a super dork.